Hi friends, today let us learn about data hiding. So what is data hiding? When we are hiding any data from the external environment, that particular feature is known as data hiding, and it is very important for the security of any system. So the feature which we are going to learn here is data hiding. Okay. So with the help of an example, let us learn how it works. So iostream.h. Now we are going to create a class. So any name of a class we can give. So I have chosen sum. So in this class sum, I will have three data and I will keep those data in private segment. So this is private scope, and in this private scope, I am writing three data, that is X, Y, and maybe the result. So three data I have kept it, and again now in public scope I can usually we used to write the functions. So first function is input. With the help of this function, what I will do is that I will take input from the user. Enter any two numbers. Okay, I'm putting this in X and Y. So after input, let us go for the process or the processing. So I will write here process. In this process, what I am doing is adding x, the value stored in x and y, and assigning the value to the result, right? Next thing I will do is to show or display or maybe output. So the output we need to show is, say, the sum is, sum we have stored and we have kept in result res. So we are showing the same variable name. Now look at very carefully now. Here in private scope, we have kept three data. So three data, we can't access this three data from outside the class. Now in public scope, whatsoever we are keeping, we can access those things from outside the class. So let us see how it happens, how it works. So now after this, let me write the main function, that is void main. What we require in object-oriented programming is to create the class variable, or we can say an object. So name of the class is sum, and the object which we are creating, the name of the object I have kept as simple as obj. Now with the help of this obj, I can call any of the function which is kept in the public scope. So you can see here, up here you can see the void input has been kept in this public scope. So I can call it from outside the function, outside the class. So after the input is done, the next function I'm calling is about process, and then output, output function. All these three functions will be called one after another as per the sequence they have kept. Now let me see. Let us save the file. I'm saving this file as data, and let me show you by running or executing it. Before execution, to make the format better, I'm putting coutconio.h. Here I am putting, for clear screen, I am putting cr for getting pause the screen. We are right now using getch. So I'm executing the code. Two errors are there. So these errors, now we need to know what are these errors. So errors are, friends, my dear friends, So here undefined symbol res, because up above we have written result. So what we can do is here, so this is what, yes. Now if I compile it, first class is running absolutely fine. Two numbers 10 and 20, and the sum is 30. This is how we are implementing this data, data hiding. So now let us see here, with the help of this object, we are able to call all the functions uh, which are in public. If we are trying to access, suppose from obj dot x, I am trying to initialize the value of x as 10. Let's see what happens. Alt F. Yeah. See, x is not accessible. Why it is not accessible? Because I have kept in private scope. Now, if I remove it from private scope, if I keep it in the public scope, let's see what happens. Int x. Okay. Now the same very code. What only thing I have done is that I have put this x in the public scope. So let me compile it once. Everything is all right and it is working perfectly fine. You can see no errors. Again 10 and again 20, two of my favorite numbers. The sum is 30. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Bye bye, take care.